Hi everyone, it's Kathleen. I am here today to share a little bit of stitching with you. You might call it slow stitching, you might call it embroidery. But what it is, I have 3 journal covers to embellish with stitching, and I would like to do shades of aquas, teals, and sage on these 3. So I have done, let me show you these 3. I'm hoping that Shirley is watching because I have reserved this cover for Shirley. Hopefully this is the cover you wanted, Shirley. If not, tell me. So I'm going to number them right now. This is number 1, which I thought you wanted, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. As well as Judy. Confirm which one you want. So this would be number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. And number 8. Also, Lisa, if you're watching, one of these will be yours. So Shirley, Judy, and Lisa, numbers 1 through 8, if you could let me know which one you like. So what I'm going to do is I have made my Scrappy journal covers. These 3 are in the blue shades. I have done, I think there's 5. So this one here, it's many layers. I have done cheesecloth, craft, scrunched paper, sewn around with the sewing machine, and then I layered handmade paper, so red handmade paper, and I have layered different strips of black and white polka dotted fabric, vintage lace trims, some embroidery bits, and some very old vintage lace. So this is what I'm going to show you, the Cretan stitch. And I'm just going to show you just some cross stitching and some straight stitching on how I would decorate a journal cover. And you'll see how I went across. So I'm going to call this horizontal stitching on the vertical and horizontal stitching on the vertical. And I still went horizontal stitching on the length of it. Horizontal stitching, and then I made my X's. I'm going to start off with this Cretan stitch with 2 different colors. I did my French knots and my loose French knots. So that's what I want to show you today. So there's this one here. And the inside of my journal covers are all the same. The inside is the cheesecloth, and it's the black background with the white polka dots. And this is my slot. I have a slit slot hinge system, binding system, that I am using in these journals. So I've created these already and sewn these in. Vintage, beautiful trims on this. So this one is done. That one is done. I'm going to use this one as my precedent to follow along. So that brown one is done. I'll have to check them a little bit later to see if I have to add more stitching on them, which of course I usually go over the top and just never know when to stop. So let's move these aside and start with this one here. This is what I thought Shirley would like. So there's 3, but I'm going to start on this one here. I have, you see how they're all the same? So let's start with the Cretan stitch. Let's start this one here. I'm going to put those 2 aside and take this reserved for Shirley off. Maybe this isn't even the one that she wants. She's going to let me know. So I'm working on a wool mat so I can just rest my needle standing up. So I have to choose 2 shades for the Cretan stitch. And my Cretan stitch is going to go on this particular one on this horizontal piece of fabric, this cheesecloth bit. So let's choose 2. Let's do 2 blues. I want to go with one of these for sure. I like this color. So let's go with that one first, and then we can add something. Oh, look at these. Look at those two. Gorgeous. Those two are bright. Maybe I'll, because this is the darkest blue, I think. I'm going to put this guy back. I'm going to put him on the other one. On the Caribbean blue, because this reminds me of the ocean. So this will go on the ocean one. So this is the Caribbean blue. That has a little bit lighter blue. So that's Caribbean. This is a little bit lighter. And then this is the darker one. So with the darker one, I love these. I don't know if they're aquas, teals, turquoises, but I love these. 1, 2. And this is a ring, one of these opening metal rings, and that's, I just tie my embroidery floss on them. So I've got this color, that color, and let's go with this lighter one here. So I'm 1, 2, and 3. So I have 3 shades of, I'm going to say aquas, that I want to go with this. I had this blue. I might put some French knots in with that blue. I'm not quite sure. But let's start the Cretan stitch with this darkest one. And are these already in lengths? Maybe, maybe not. So I usually take a long length, but how much do I have here? I'm going to cut this into 2. That's maybe about 30 inches. I like a long piece. Some people like shorter pieces, like Sue Spargo, who likes only 18 inches. I, on the other hand, like long, because I don't like knots in the back of my work, and that's exactly what you'd have if you have shorter pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to double knot the end. Hopefully dogs won't bark. Husband's not home. People are outside. Snowed yesterday, but it's nice today. Someone's out getting his lawn power raked. Okay, we're doing the Cretan stitch. So I am right-handed, so I am working from the left to the right, and I'm going to be working on this square here. So I'm going to start. I'm going to just bring up my thread into the center. This is the piece I'm working on right here. And I am going to come up. I'm going to follow this line here. When I come out, and you will see the stitching on the inside, and I have to be careful and remember that there's this piece so I don't accidentally sew this on, which for me is a very great possibility. So I'm going to take a safety pin, and I am going to put my safety pin right here, just to let myself know that this is where I'm going to have to be careful. And let's get another safety pin. I'm using safety pins because I will more than likely poke myself with a straight pin if I don't do this. So this is my slot for my hinge system. I'm just going to get right now that out of the way, and I'm going to pierce right through and pierce right through, so it just keeps that out of the way where I'm sewing. And yes, I'm piercing through paper. Will it rip it? No, it won't. So let's go up in the center, and I'm relying on that stitching line for my point, and it's just anchored in the back with a knot. And a Cretan stitch, the Cretan stitch looks like this. So I'm starting over here, and I'm working a Cretan stitch all the way to the end of that little rectangle cheesecloth. My cheesecloth is a little bit larger, and okay, I came out, and my line that I will be stitching, I want to follow what's here already. So if I lay this down, it's going to be like that. So I'll have a Cretan stitch going along that line. I like to lay my thread down, and I'm just using a 6-strand embroidery floss. And with my thread laid down in the line where I want to create my stitch, I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go, I want to show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to be creating this little stitch on the right, and then on the left, and then on the right, left, right, left, right, left, all the way to the end. So let's start with the right. I roll that up just to help my finger. So I like a little bit longer of a point for my Cretan stitch, and I'm going to start with a nice short piece. It's easier to see if you can bring your, oh, can I work through paper? Okay, I can. So my needle is, let's say the point is going towards the, from the outside of this, well, let's go to the right side towards the center and pull. Lay your line down again, lay that floss down, and then I'm going to go from the right. I said a wrong thing. I went right on the right side of the line towards the center. Now I'm going on the left side towards the center, but I'm going to move up slightly, maybe 1/4 of an inch, like that, and I'm right-handed, so I have to turn this around so I can stick it in. And you go towards that center, where that center piece is, and you pull. Okay, let's turn it back where it was. There we go. Line it, lay it down, and I'm on the right-hand side. I'm going to move up about 1/4 of an inch. And my line where I'm going to start, it's going to vary. It's going to go in, out, in, out, in, out, all the way towards the center. So let's go down. Oh, this is thick. So I have to go down, and then I'm going to hold my thread like this. My needle's going to come up here, but it's hard for me to, okay, I'm underneath. Okay, I went down here, and usually my thread will come up. My needle will come up here. Look at that. Okay. And I use a needle that has a large eye, so if my thread falls out, I would rather have it fall out than not being able to thread it. Okay, so I pulled a little bit too hard, so let's move that thread. Oh, well, no, I just stuck my needle in weird. You see how the line is kind of going wonky? If you want it straight, you could draw a line. So now we go on the left side. So let's put our thread straight. We're gonna go, and I'm gonna go down about here. Because it's too thick for me to just bring my needle up. So now I am holding this, and my needle has to come up here. Okay, I can't see that already. Okay, and you pull. Floss going straight in the line where you want to go. Now I'm on the right again. I move up about 1/4 of an inch, and I go down. I'm pulling my floss straight, so I want to come up right there. And I'm in the center. See, I pierced my thread, so you just lift up your threads, get it out of the way. Get the needle up. Pull that thread straight. And now you go on the left side, the Cretan stitch. And again, we always line that thread up. And if I line this thread up, I want to come up straight across. So I'm in the back now, and I want to come up right there. Perfect. Hold our thread and see I'm getting close to the center. And this is what it looks like on the back. And you keep doing that. I like to see that stitching there. So let's put that down. You're laying this thread flat, and you're on the right hand side. Now from the point where it comes up, lay the thread down, and I'm going up about 1/4 of an inch all the time to the right hand side and down, and lay the thread in a straight line, and I want to come up there. So that's where my needle is going to come up. Oh, I seem to have a little knot here. Okay, that's unknotted. Now let's pull, and it's nice and straight. Okay, this, you see where I'm getting to the center, so that's a reminder to me that I have to be careful. Oh, that's from the thread there. So my thread is straight, and I'm gonna, I'm on this side, am I? Yep, I'm still good because I pinned this thing. I still have a fair bit more, maybe to the, oh, I have to the center, so I have that much space left. So let's make that stitch. You go down. Let's lay this thread straight, and I want to come up here. Perfect. Okay, let's take this pin out. This pin was just a reminder that I need to go on this. I can't go past that center. Okay, so you lay the thread down. I'm on the right hand side now, going up 1/4 of an inch. Okay, where are we? My center. Okay, I just have to make sure I don't sew this down. So I'm okay. I come out, and I want to come back on the center. So I want to come up over here. Can't even see where my needle point is. Right there on that white dot. Okay, that's fine. We come up, pull that guiding thread, and up. And you see how I'm pulling my thread in the line where I want to go, and I want to go down there. Oh, that's just on the center line, so that's good. Oops, I can't pull too far. Stay here, and no, I can't see. Let's go. Oh, this is very, very thick. Okay, I want to come up. Yep, perfect. Okay, you saw how the thread pulled. Okay, I'm in the center, at the center of my spine. I'm going to take this out, place it down, and this is my slit slot system, so I'm going to be stitching here, so I'm just going to move this here. And put that out of the way. So I'm working on this side now. Perfect. And let's go work on the right hand side. Let's go. And I want to come up. I know that that's the center. Let's see if this is the center. Perfect. Look at that. So we come up. And you see how nice that Cretan stitch is? We're going to add all 3 of those colors in here. I might even want to add the darker one because it's hard to see. The darker color, which I thought out of these. 1, 2. Didn't I get the lighter color? It's probably on the floor or on my lap or somewhere. 1, 2, 3. Oh, here it is. So this is the darkest color, but I'm going to add this one in just so you can really see it. So let's continue. We have to do on the left side. So I'm pulling tight and go up about 1/4 of an inch, and let's go here. And we're gonna pull it tight, and we're gonna come up in the center. Where is it? Am I in the center? Yep, I am. Go down. You see I'm pulling it in the path where I want my string to be. And I go up about 1/4 of an inch. And let's go down. And let's just move those to the side. I'm getting confused with my threads. So I can see where this is the center line. Oh, perfect. It's very thick because it's glue and layers of thread. So now I have to go down on the left side. Up about 1/4 of an inch. And let's take a nice big bite. Ouch. Oh, I still can't bring it. So I know that this is the center. Perfect, look at that. Hold it tight, go down. Oh, can I go up this way? No, it's still too thick. Perfect. Lay your thread down, going down on the left side. Come up at the center. I'm pressing down with the needle on the mat because it's hard on my fingers. And up 1/4 of an inch. Perfect. Left side, so left, right, and your needle's always pointing towards the line, the center that you're making as a guide. And I might be, yes, I grabbed one of those 6 strands, so I have to go around it, lay your thread flat, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and then down, and up the center. Oops, we can move over to the side a little bit, and lay it down. Maybe I can, because if this was just cloth, I could go down and then up, and it's easier to see how you do the stitches. Here we are. Lay your guiding thread down into the journal and up at the center point, and maybe one more stitch. Oh, let's see here. I just want to extend this line straight, and I just want to go down there, and I'm done with this color. I tie a double knot and I cut that off, and that's how the start of that looks. And now I'm going to add, so this will be this color that's on here, I'm going to say is the lighter color, because I'm going to add this darker color. So now we're going to add this darker shade where on this one it's the red. So we're just going to always go, when we start, we're going to choose whether we go on the right or the left of the line, and the right or the left of those ones that stick out. And I'll show you what I mean. So let's get, oh, it looks like there's a little piece. There's that big, oh, that might do. It's a fair amount. And this is not embroidery floss. This is pearl cotton. I like working with pearl cotton because it has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's a little bit slinky, and it's nice and easy to work with. Okay, let's start again. Okay, it's pinned there, so I can work on this part here. And see, I just about forgot about that. Let's go, the center is here. Very easy to forget. And then you have, this is stitched, so let's stitch, because this is loose. So let's stitch on this part here. And I'm going to have the darker side come out a little bit more. So I'm going to be working on the right hand side of the line. That's already there. Oh, you see how those two colors complement each other? And I'm going to go work on the, so it's called shadowing or mirroring. And I'm going to keep my working thread, my line, always on the right side of that existing line. And I'm going to keep my shadow on top of the horizontal one that's there. So let's just go. Let's see if I can show you how to, if this was just, is it thin enough for me to go? And yes, my needle is going to come up just below that existing line, because when we put it back and see what we have, you see we're to the new thread, the darker thread is to the right of the existing thread and to the top of that horizontal one. So I'm just gonna move my thread to lay it down that way, and I'm working on this next one, which is on the right, and I'm going to go just a hair higher and a little bit further, and I want to keep the thread, remember, underneath. Oh, that's too thick, so I have to go down, and then I have to come up. Okay, and you want to come up just underneath the line that's there, and so you have a shadow effect. You see how nice that is? You have a shadow, and you can see the two threads. So I'm going to go down, there, and if my thread was laying down, it has to come up right there. Okay, that'll do. It's giving a nice shadow effect. Lay your thread down where you want it to lay, and we're going to go down. Oh, that's stiff. And then I'm going to come up again. Obviously, always going to be on the right hand side of that existing creation stitch, and just pull that thread so that thread lines up, this thread lines up, your guide is down, and there we are. It's too thick for me to go ouch in and out on the surface, and I want to always stay to the right of the existing line. Mirroring that line or shadowing it, always going to the top of my horizontal. And I'm going to come up to the right of the existing line. Let's pull this guy into place and then pull the top thread I'm working with. There we are. And I'm pulling that nice and tight, laying it flat. I want to finish this line, and then I want to show you some loose French knots. So I'm going to go to the bottom. Pull it tight. Down. Oh, that's getting thicker. Always to the under that or to the right of that line. Lay it down. Oh, that's thick. And I come up. Here, corridors, I have half an hour before my 4 grandsons are going to come over, and we are having a Lego pizza party. We're going to free build with Lego, and then we are going to have pizza and ice cream for supper. Okay, and it's going to see how hard it is going to be for Sawyer to share his Lego. Okay, this and that. Okay, we're getting close to that center line, which, see, I just about forgot. And look how nice that those colors line up at the back. And let's go down one more. Okay, now where are we here? Okay, yes, I can go there. So I'm not on the wrong side yet. So let's go. Ouch. Oh, that's tight. Okay, not too many very stiff parts, because if I had to use pliers, I definitely would not be stitching. Okay, so I have to come up here. Oh my. Oh, I can't see that. Has to be to the right of it. Okay, that's good. Oh. Let's pull the existing stitch and keep going. Oh boy, I want to love it to the side. Oh, oh, no, it tightened up. Okay, let's take out this center part. Oh, wow. And take out this. Okay, my needle, it's on the top. My thread's on the top. I just flip this over, and I'm going to stick it on the front. Oh boy, how come I can't go through here? Wow, it's pretty thick. Okay. So I'm working on this side, is that right? Yeah, okay. So let's go this way, pull it underneath, and we're continuing. My thread's on the top. On top and a little bit longer. And good, I'm not stitching anything. Okay, and I want to come up. No, we have to go a little bit closer, a little bit closer. There we are. Okay, so place it down. Let's pull our existing stitches. Hold it down and pull. How nice. Guide your stitch. Sorry, guide your thread. And then we go down. Okay, and oh, this is going to be thick. Okay, right there. It's hard work on your, it's hard on your fingers to do this stitching because you're going through glue and so many layers of thicker fabric, but it looks so gorgeous when it's done. And again, your thread is lying flat, down, Oops, it's a little bit too high. Okay, and we pull and lay it flat, or not flat, our guiding seam, and we're a little bit low, but we're a little bit wonky, but that's okay. It's nice to be that way sometimes. And let's come up. Nope. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's stick with this one. And pull. Lay your guiding thread down so you can see both colors. Oh, this is nice. It's getting thinner. Coming up, lay it down. So if Judy is still here, please let me know which journal cover you want. The insides are going to be the same in all the journals. The color of the thread will match. Like the other ones are red and orange, and the colors here are aquas and turquoise. So let me know which ones you want. Lisa, Judy, and Shirley, please. Oh, let's make sure we're going underneath. Okay, and pull my thread up. Oh, good. I'm glad I have enough thread. Just about done. Oh, come on. There we are. Lay the thread down. Oh. Ran out of my needle and thread, got separated. So this is the Cretan stitch. Okay, I'm just gonna end with the Cretan stitch here. I'm not gonna do both, so I'm just gonna call this video Cretan stitch, adding Cretan stitch to your journals. And I'm going to bring this one a little bit longer and go down. And I'm done. So let's knot this off and then let's have a look. I double it. Because I'm going through paper, I just want to make sure that I'm not coming out. And take this out. Ouch. So where's my front? I look at this. This is my front. This is my Kathleen Scrappy journals. And that will be my spine where I'm going to have the French knots. So I have two here, 2 Cretan lines. And I'm going to stick with the 2 Cretan lines. I might, oh here, what colors do I have? I have that, and where's my light one? Am I adding a third one? Whoops, I want to get this darker one out of here. Am I going to add a third color? I can't see that very well, so, well, do you think I should add the white? It's not white, it's the lightest one. I will add another, or do I add that up there? That's my third color. I have to think on this. So we did the Cretan stitch along horizontally along this one rectangle. That's these 2 Cretan lines. So that's how you can add Cretan stitching to your journal. And I'm going to end this video now so it's not too long, and we will see. I'm going to end this one, and then I'm going to start another one with the other lines. So thank you everyone for watching, and bye for now.